Okay, friends. Now listen. The prerequisite for these posts is this. This is assuming you already have Canva and assuming you already have a Canva brand kit. If you don't have those two things, I do recommend, I mean, you can watch this training, but before you start to integrate and implement the templates that are, in this training video, that you have a brand kit. And the reason is that even if you just go through, obviously, if you are in my program, Automate to Dominate, what I would do is first, I would honestly pause this, go watch Automate to Dominate Canva brand kit training. I teach you how to create a logo, how to choose your fonts, how to choose your colors, okay? Because really that's a prerequisite to this. Now, again, if you are joining this program and you haven't taken my other programs and you already have logos, colors, and it's all in your Canva brand kit, great. I'll browse through that briefly. But the reason being is because Canva has things like change all, which I'll show you how to use that and how to edit your templates. That's going to make a really big difference on the time that you can save. So even if you just go and try and wing it yourself, create that brand kit, and on top of that, you are going to need to have the Canva Pro for this, which is the $12.95 USD a month program, because in order for you to do a lot of the things that we're doing in Canva, so definitely also you are going to be on the paid version of Canva. So with that said, here's what we're doing. What you want to do is have your themes in one window, and then we're going to talk about how do you create your own templates. And really, I'm just going to go in and edit my templates, okay? So there's also a fast, easy way of doing this. If you are a person who is overwhelmed by Canva, by tech, by design, and you're like, please just give me the simplest version of doing this, I'm going to start with that person. And then the second thing I'm going to do though is show you how, like, look, if you're into design and you want that full hour or two a day to really, which I don't recommend you spend 2 hours on this. But what I mean is, like, maybe each post took you a little bit longer. That's okay. Cause like, if you're a person who loves design, you love branding, maybe that's even a part of your brand, then you'll want to take some more time to do this. Okay. And then third, before we get started on the posts here and how to edit them, is, again, I talk about this in the fuller version, the 3-10-10-3, how you can either time block and create all these images at once. Let's say on a weekend, you want to devote 2-4 hours, depending on how long this takes you, and you want to create all these visuals. Let me talk about the 3 real quick. The 3 a day is 1 video and 2 visual posts. That makes the 3, 2 plus 1, okay? So if you're doing a 30-day challenge and you're really wanting to prepare yourself for the whole month, that means that you've got 2 posts a day, visual posts, not the videos, counting them, times 30. 2 times 30 is 60. So I know the math, the multiplication, my skills is amazing. Okay, so we've got 60 posts for the month. Now, if you're a person who wants to be like, you know what, I'd rather just get these 60 posts done. To me, it overwhelms me. I actually really enjoy each day kind of logging in, being creative. So you could do all 60 at once if you want, okay? That's on you. I'm not doing 60 right now. I'm going to show you how to edit a little bit, how to use the templates. That's on you to go through it and do it. This is a done with you, not a done for you program, okay? And then the other thing though is you could do it weekly. You could say, you know what, on Saturdays, it's not during my work week, or Sunday evenings. I recommend Saturdays. Like Sunday evenings, I think is pushing it a little personally. Let's say on Saturdays from 10 to 12, you still got the rest of the day. You're like, you know what, I'm going to do 2 times 7. That's 14 posts. I'm going to do 14. That way, when the weekday comes, I just need to record that quick video. My posts are saved. Maybe I'm not writing the post description. Okay. So what this is just to show you how you can edit these Canva trainings. This training is going to be a tad bit longer because it is Canva. So I'm going to walk you through how I do it. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to share my screen and I'll share the desktop. So here's Canva. So if you don't already have an account, here's canva.com. You definitely want to get that account. Here's where you'd go for your brand kit. Okay, so if you don't already have a brand kit, you go to brand kits. And you can see I have a few different ones for different clients that I've worked with. These are not all my clients. They're just some that sometimes I build it in my account first and then I move it. So you can see brand kits are helpful. Like this is my husband Eli's. His fonts, his colors are way different. Okay. These are upgraded fonts. So again, if you don't know how to build this, you definitely need to go into a training and do that. And I teach that in my Automate to Dominate, but we're not going to do that right now because we really just need to jump into these posts. Okay. So I'm going to come in here and show you some of the templates that you're going to get to play with from me. And we'll even call this below. We'll go here. Let's go. How you do this is you're going to log in and you'll want to make a copy first. Okay, so what I want to show you is that this is how come it's so important that you have brand kits, because see how I was able to take like my logo here, the blow up your biz one right here, and add this here. That's really important for this process, okay? So there's some tips in here that you can use, and then you can edit and duplicate this. Okay, now there's a lot of images in here. You can see there's a bunch. There's some that I have edited myself. What I want to tell you is number one is these are the fonts I use. So what you do need to do is make sure that your fonts are your brand fonts. Otherwise, everybody's looks the same, and that is truly no fun. You need to make sure that you already have your fonts, your colors, and all that in there, okay? So I'm gonna delete a couple of these. These are like some quote templates. There's some fun stuff. You can replace it with your color. So you're gonna get this full brand kit that you can edit, okay? So the thing that you want to do is when you open this all up though, is I do still recommend saying make a copy. That way you don't edit mine. Okay, so this would then be where you make a copy and you create your name templates. That way you can maybe even delete some if you want, like kind of simplify it. So remember I said at the beginning that I would start with the most simple way of doing this. Here's the most simple way of doing this, okay? There are a couple popular kinds of posts, okay? And what that looks like is a quote of the day, and then you can integrate different selfies, different how-tos in between, okay? So let's say though that you always wanted a quote template, okay? So that's what I'm gonna make you real quick. What's a quote template? Well, quotes do really, really well on social media. That means where it's like a light background, something like this, okay? Like this is a quote. So I'm gonna duplicate this and move it to the very top. I'm actually gonna go like this, and we're gonna come here. You can do it with a dark background or a light background, okay? So I'm gonna come up here, and then this would be like a tip of the day. So I'm gonna take this one and put this here, kind of like a simple tip of the day. And this is one that would be like with a colored tip of the day. So this is where you could put an image behind it. But let's say you wanted to use this as your quote. So we're gonna save this one as your quote. We're gonna call it quote template, okay? Now, what I like to do is go to Pinterest. And this is where, like, let's say you're like, okay, I'm gonna do one quote of the day, one video, and then business tips, okay? So we're gonna go and search on Pinterest. We're gonna search my quotes. And I have a lot of quotes. So we're gonna look for business quotes or inspirational quotes. See this? So this is where I like to use you know, as long as you are giving credit to whoever had the quote, you can use that quote. Okay. So this would be one, let's see. She was powerful, not because she wasn't scared, but because she went on so strongly despite the fear. Sure. Let's just screenshot it. So what I like to do is take a screenshot, come over here to, not this. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Don't you love when things like, let's do this and this. Okay, so we're gonna come here and I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm gonna go to uploads and I'm gonna upload this file, this screenshot, okay? So what I'm gonna do is grab my brand kit though, and only use the fonts in my brand kit. So here you're gonna change to your username. So that would be, what is your Instagram username? Or your YouTube username. You could just say Tiana Smith Coaching. You don't want to do these numbers because I duplicated that. That would be like if there was many. Editor's note is what I use, the font I use. So that's again, where if you have your brand kit, uploaded fonts. So I have this one. So now I'm just gonna copy what it says. She was, and then I'm gonna use this font. I'm not gonna worry about this one. She was powerful, not because she wasn't scared. And I like the spacing, but because she went on so strongly despite the fear. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make that all way smaller. So let's maybe make it 40. Okay. And now we're gonna delete that extra part. And we're gonna kind of, and then that's Atticus. Okay, and we're gonna take away the arrow since that's there. Okay, so it's just a little spacing. Now I'm not in love with the spacing. This is where you can play with things the way you want it to be, right? Okay. So again, you want to make sure you have your brand kit, make sure this spacing, that was a little weird. So I'm just going to click on this and just make sure this is all actually, I don't know why this one's being funky right here. It's because I had that space, I think, but it's still being really like weird. So I might do this. I don't know why it's being weird. I kind of like it over there, honestly. So you do need to quote the person though. So I like to grab like, let's say I want to grab this. I like a little bit of a different font for the quote. You just have to give credit to where credit is due, but it doesn't have to be super big, right? So if you want to center it like this, which I kind of like that. And then we've got at Tiana Smith Coaching, you can do it up in the corner. You don't have to. So this will look nice on Instagram as well as, you know, the YouTube posts. So that would be a quote. So let's say every day, so you could even duplicate this, right? You could go like this and create like 8 of these for the week, 7, right? So 2 times 7 was 14. So let's say you want to get some quotes or some to-dos. You could also do like, this is your how-to. You can also just be like, I'm going to do a quote with some background images, you know, behind there. This black and white one looks better clearly. So they did black and white. So it just depends how you want to edit these things, but this is how I like to do it, okay? So let's say you want to do a quote. There's a quote for the day, okay? Let's do our second post for the day. So I also like to do like call to action posts, meaning like, you know, free, let's say I wanted to do like a free download or I'm selling something. So this is where you could take like a little image of, let's go to photos and let's grab well, let's do like this camera one. And yeah, you can do like a tip, like you could write about it. So again, make sure you edit your name, put your name up here, okay? And you might write in the title, in the content, you could write the 5 tips, right? Or you could say, number 1 tip for going go. Or you could put it on the next pages. You can combine these pages if you want to do scrolling posts, okay? But I told you I was going to do like the super easy approach. The easy approach is 1 image with like a tip and then write the tips or 5 tips for better reels. What you would do is export this visual and then go put it in the caption. The caption meaning the thing you're writing on Instagram, the thing you're writing on Facebook, right? So if I scroll down, you can just edit any of these again, like just turn them into your own. You want to use different photos. These are some photos that I've used. You can use like images, stock photos from here, or you can go to your uploads and, you know, use things that you're doing, like an amazing photo like that. Look at how cool that is. That's a no. And then you can also, let me go backwards and take this off. So you can duplicate things. Let's say you're not sure you're going to like something, duplicate it first. Like plus duplicate it. And then you can always grab something like this, and then you can move the text around. Isn't that cool? So now it's like a totally different vibe. And then you can edit the photo. So go edit. Here's how you edit photos. That looks a lot nicer. I usually use the Vinto though, but I actually like the fade a little on that one. And yeah, so then you can just have a quote. So let's use this one. I'm going to scroll this up, push it up this way. Where's, oh, you know what the easier way to do is drag and drop it. I'm going to put this beside the one we just did because I'm going to show you how to export these. So let's say today was my day that I just did the two. Here's this one and here's this one. Okay. So now we're going to write quotes for these. So now I've got 2 posts done. Okay. And now I'm going to go download page 5 and 6. And again, make sure it's a ping file for the images and go like this. And I'm just going to scroll down and I'm going to do page 5 and 6. So I'm going to download those 2. And now we're going to go post them. So what I have open is Instagram, Facebook, and if you watch my whole training, the 3-10-10-3, I did go in depth into how do you post all this. So I'm trying to keep this kind of brief. Let's start with YouTube because that's kind of the focus here. So when you download it, you want to grab those images though, and I'm going to drag them to my desktop so I know where they're at. So let's go do a post. And we're going to start on Facebook. So let's go grab, which image do I want to grab? I'm just going to grab one. Let's do your brand matters. So what is your brand? Now I want to point something out. When you go to, before we do this, let's take a step back real quick. When we go to your Canva video marketing categories here, yeah, when you filled in those 30 days of themes, this page, if I put day 1 was about branding, notice that my video I did, as well as this post is about branding. That's a really easy way to keep things simple. Make sense? Meaning this video that I did over here on Instagram that was on the 1-minute video training, if you didn't watch that yet, this video was about the power of personal branding. What I like to do with the themes to help you out real quick, if I said the power of personal branding, it's not just the video theme. I would do the theme for my post that day. Make sense? So then then like everything's matching and I'm not having to overthink it. So this is, what is a personal brand? One of the best tips I give my clients is to list out everything you love. Categorize it by style, home, brands you like to wear, stores you like to shop at, things that make you unique. One thing that makes me unique is my love of plants, as you can see here. Ever since posting more about my plants at my home and office, people are always sending me gifts, plants, and memes about it. I love it. What can you find that you can share with your audience that makes them connect with you authentically? Okay, now one thing, one thing is I don't really teach how to write the way I write. You can use AI if you want. I don't like to. I think you should just post from your heart. I obviously have years and years of copywriting, but just write something. And again, you're in a group, you're in this group. You can also, if you have VIP support with me, you can always run it by me, but run it by in the comments here. Like when you've posted, say, hey, these are my first 2 posts. What do you guys think? And that's part of having accountability, trying things out, run it through AI if you get stuck, but try to start to write things on your own. It doesn't have to be that long, okay? So again, I'm posting this on YouTube first. Now I'm going to come over here to Instagram. I'm going to take that same picture and the same copywriting, and I'm going to do it here as well. Okay. Share. And we're going to come and do the same thing on Facebook. And if, again, you can watch the 3-10-10-3 where I talk about like doing this all at once between the video, between the post. And then you can also schedule this if you want, but I'm just going to post it right now, and I'm double posting it to the Facebook business page. So right there, I just posted all of this from YouTube to Instagram to Facebook, all over. Now I'm going to take a minute just because I do think LinkedIn is a great growing place. And again, you can also use AI. I'll actually show you how they will do that. Now I'm going to use some hashtag here. Plants, brand, personal branding. Let's see what AI says. Let me grab the media and let's do that. Okay, so let's do this. Rewrite with AI. And again, you could start on LinkedIn. And you can also use just like Grammarly, things like that. Sure, those little edits can help you out. Okay. So there you go. And now we've taken this moment to post on all these different locations. How cool is that, right? Awesome. Okay, number 2. Let's do number 2. So now I did a quote, right? And so now what I like to do is if you're going to do a post about a quote, let's grab the quote first so we can see where it's at. Post number 2, quote template. Okay. Now I might say, I love this quote by Atticus. Anytime I face a big dream or goal, the road has been blocked by an obstacle that has truly scared me many times. But as they say, the saying goes, courage is not the lack of fear, but of doing it anyway. Keep going, friend. Don't run from fear. Run through it. You will be stronger on the other side. Okay, so yes, I know how to write, and yes, I meant all that, and I understand not everybody does, but there we go. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna post it. You can schedule the post here, so I'll schedule it for the sake of scheduling it. I'm gonna keep it on the same day because we're doing 3 posts a day, and we're gonna do it at, let's see, right now it's 2:30 here, so I'm gonna do it in like an hour, or maybe I'll do it 6. So in general, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m. are the best times to post, but I'm gonna do it at like tonight. So I'm just doing it local time, same day, and we'll schedule this one, okay? I'm not gonna schedule it on any of the other ones. I'm just gonna post it so you can see that, okay, it's okay to post things. So here was the video from the training. I did this other little filler one. Here's the one we just did, and now we're gonna do one more. We're gonna take that one photo that I just did. This is why this is so much easier to do on a computer. And we're gonna go like this. And I'm gonna paste what I just did and share. Cool. Now, the other thing I can do after this is share all this to my stories. You can share this to your story as well. So let's just refresh the screen. You're gonna see it line up. I might delete this one because it doesn't really match the vibes, but we'll see. So there's that. Now, again, we're gonna come over here to Facebook. Same thing, right? There we are. We're gonna post it to the Facebook business page as well. And we're gonna come into LinkedIn and do the exact same thing. And I think we can schedule it. And again, we might do quotes, Atticus. We might say, what is it called? What are they called? The people who, obstacle is the way. They're called Stoics. Stoic quotes. Okay. And then we'll grab that photo one more time. And why would we post it all? Because it actually keeps you in the algorithm. Even if you do it all at once, it is better to kind of spread them out. But if you can't spread it out, just post it right then. Oh, yay, let's schedule for later. So let's schedule it for 6 p.m. tonight. There we go. Next, and schedule. So now we've got this on LinkedIn, did I accidentally put that? LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, those are your 2 posts. To give you a few more insights, I really recommend creating quote profiles here on Pinterest, right? So I have like affirmations as well, do really well, like affirmation of the day, quote of the day. Then you want to do like call to action posts as well. So let's go talk about some call to action posts, okay? So how do you do a call to action post? That means that you give something for free. Let's say you want somebody to sign up on your email list. It's actually better, and I talk about this in that longer video, to do a pretty picture and do the call to action actually in the image. But if you want to take something like this, let's do this, and we're going to call this a CTA post. I'm going to turn it into one for you. So this is where we're going to take like the screenshot of something you want to give away for free. Let's say I want to say, hey, who wants my free, let's say I was going to give that away for free. I'm not. I'm just going to tell you that. And then let's go grab, it usually looks better if you put it in something. Let's go put it in an iPhone frame. Okay. Or an iPad. And we're going to drag it into that. Okay. Kind of make it bigger. And this will be like, this is how you can create it yourself. So again, I'm doing this on purpose to show you how to do stuff yourself rather than, and then you want to put your website. So I like to put my website on these. And then I might do like an arrow. Let's go get an arrow. And you guys can copy these now, but what I recommend you do is make sure this is your brand, colors, all that. So see how my brand colors, if I go to this, the 7-figure club colors, now I've got an arrow that is mine. We're going to flip this vertically, I guess. Let's see. So I might do it like this. I kind of liked it more lined up like this. We're going to make this smaller. And I'm going to add another frame because I like to always have my photo on stuff. That's one thing you just got to do is, okay, you don't want too much text on these images, by the way. You really want to do more, most of your talking needs to come from what you write down. So we're going to do a circle frame. Circle frame means you can put yourself into it. Let's go all. So I'm going to do it here. And I might tilt it a tad bit because I think it looks a little fun like that. Maybe I'm tilted too. We'll see. And then let's go to uploads. Let's go get me. That's a little silly. I might grab this guy. Like that. Okay. And now when you add, I took those myself just in my office, right? But when you add like some of these vibes, I'm going to make this a little bigger too. And I like to add, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. You want your face to be on everything so they recognize you. I'm going to do that one, but sometimes I like to try it. I'm like, do I like this one better? I think that looks better. Let's see. It's a little busy. I actually think I like the other one better. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to add another element, which is a circle, not a circle frame, because I like to have the color behind me. So we'll go like this and we'll go, you want to layer this position backward. Okay, there we go. And then just a little of it. Otherwise it looks a little funky. Okay. And this, my friends, is why it costs a lot of money if you hire out for this skill. So I'm actually going to delete this one, and then I'm going to duplicate this one and add the other picture back. Uploads. This one's kind of fun, actually. Because see, when you do it like that, then I have it all there. So I think I like this one. So this is a call to action post, meaning you're going to write something that you're going to give something for free. So we're going to go download. page 25. And again, I like to have my logo up top here, so I'm actually gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna scoot this down a little. Without, it's got my business name. It's okay. We're gonna keep it simple because the truth is also change the background color if it's not on brand. There's white, there's this color. I like the cream color, so we're gonna keep it there. And actually, I would say I'm gonna add a little of I'm gonna add a little of this guy over here because I want to grab this. Just to add that color there, but I like the lighter color a little bit more. I think I'm gonna do that. And I might add that lighter color there too, even. Let's see. Maybe this color, yeah. Okay, so see, I'm just editing things just a tad, just to like those little pizzazz. So again, select page, it's page 25. You have this as a template now. You guys can go in and edit this, download. Okay, so then what you do is, and this is one I might like save for tomorrow because I just posted 3 in a row. But what you would do is, again, you would come over here. Let's go schedule for this for tomorrow on YouTube, okay? So I might say something like, did you know you can blow up your YouTube, Instagram, Reels, and Facebook Reels with a simple 1-minute video of the day that you film and edit yourself in just minutes? I have a free video marketing checklist plus a bonus video walkthrough of exactly how I've done this for years. Comment video if you want it now. My gift to you today only. It's usually only in my paid courses. So yeah, you know what? If I got a lead like that, that's what I would say. So we're gonna come here, gonna drag it there. I don't think it lets me drag it there. So again, I'm gonna grab it off of here onto my desktop, go grab the image, select it from my computer. That's why you have to clear off your thing all the time. And I'm gonna do it there. And now we're gonna schedule this for tomorrow morning since we already did a few posts today. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Because again, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m. Okay? And schedule. I'm going to also, let's go to Meta Business so you can see how to schedule things. Let's say you are going to schedule things between Facebook and Instagram. You can also schedule and go high level very easily as well. If you do want to use go high level, let's go here and let's go schedule things though. I did show, well, that's great. It's not letting you schedule in Meta. So let's go to go high level and go do it there. Well, let's go see if it'll let me do it here. Ads manager. All right, let's go create. I don't want to create a thing. I just want to create a post. All tools. This is why I don't like using Meta, just being honest. Let's go to the planner. This is not my recommendation, but if you want to do it, here's how you can do it. Let's go create a post. And you can go click on all the images. Now, these are different. These are like, this is the problem. I want it to be underneath this one. So now let's go there. Okay, now it's there. So I'm going to go, there's the text. I'm going to add a photo from the desktop, the one I just grabbed, the CTA post. I'm going to schedule this for tomorrow. See, it's letting you know where it's at. And then you can add hashtags. I don't recommend it. Set date and time. So we're going to schedule it for tomorrow at 9 a.m. And again, same thing here, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Make sure you get a.m. Or you could just say active times. Okay, so maybe we just do that because it's saying that 12 p.m. is more active. So, okay. 12 p.m. So that's fine. We'll do it at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Public schedule. So now these will all be scheduled for tomorrow. I don't recommend doing it this way, but the other thing about scheduling I don't like is like you can't really schedule on your profile. And we do want to post things like this on your profile if you're using your profile for business also. So I'm just going to do it there, or I might just save it tomorrow after it posts live. So yeah, that's a CTA post. So you could say free consult, free this or that. So the point is you use your text here. You want to keep very limited text over there. If you're giving something for free, have a picture of it, have a picture of you, and you can edit all this in your Canva account. And then yeah, I'll just go next. I'm not going to post it there, and I'll post that on that page. So again, this is a little messy on my profile because I'm just showing it to you live and now it's all on there. But let's go edit it. Let's grab it here. Let's schedule this tomorrow as well for LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, this would make a good post for LinkedIn. And there's next, and then let's add some hashtags: video marketing, videography, solopreneur, entrepreneur, marketing. Okay. And then we'll do schedule for later, and we'll do it tomorrow at noon because they're saying we're going to say tomorrow at 12 p.m. That's fine. Okay. So now in just these few minutes, I've done like 4 posts, scheduled posts across 4 platforms. It's just a very powerful way. So what I really recommend you do is just get in here on Canva, start to edit things, start to play with things. Again, you want to make a copy of the original so you can really play around with it. To view out, you can click on grid view, you can move things around. If you want to keep it very simple and just keep like 1 quote a day and either a picture, but I do recommend instead of selfies, like take the moment, get your pictures on here, okay? There's all kinds of other templates on here. Here's the call to action one. I'll move this up here for you. So all the ones that you'll get from me, I'm literally going to give you this template. It will be on here. You've got tons of options. It's super fun. You can add reminders, so you can play, or you can just keep it really simple. I'm going to do 1 quote. I'm going to do a selfie. I'm going to do a quote. That's okay. You just got to get in the flow with this, get it done. You can do it. Have a can-do attitude. I promise you it's possible. I taught myself this. Nobody taught me. It was before Canva. I was taking pictures. I was editing on multiple apps. This is so much easier. It's so much better. Let me know in the comments any questions. I'll see you on the next video.